Shamar Nicholson. Big bad Boza. Unfortunately, things didn't work out well in Russia, it seems. And apparently he's going back to Russia. He's going back to Belgium. It's going back to the Belgian Pro League. People hear more details on that coming up. Hopefully guys are doing good. Let's go. Alright people, welcome again to MG Sports TV. I am your host, Sports TV. Anyway, people, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as we discuss Shamar Nicholson return, possible return to the Belgian Pro League. But to where? Why? How comes? What is happening? And let's see if there's any truth to this. Let's see if 1 plus 1 equal 2 in this story, or it might equal 3. 1 plus 1 equals 3. Or 1 plus 1 could equal 11. Interesting. Anyways, let's get straight to the detail. Now, I won't waste your time, people. I won't waste time. Let's get straight to the meat of the matter. According to Sacha Talavery, well notified, certified journalist in from Belgium, works in the Belgian Pro League, has reported this detail, as you can see here, that Shamar Nicholson is possible on his way back to the Belgian Pro League for Genk. Now, this one, as I said, to find out if 1 plus 1 equal 2 or 1 plus 1 equal 11. And the reason why I'm saying that is in totality to the fact that we know that he's coming from that league, Charleroi. And Genk is another team in the league where I do think I'm one of the traditional teams in the league. But what went wrong in Russia, why things didn't really materialize as though we would expected it to be. Now, I can remember that when Shamar Nicholson was going down to Russia, the Russian league, there was a lot of persons saying that it's a bad move. And one of the main reasons why people were saying that it was a bad move was solely on the notion of the war that was going on between Russia and Ukraine and all these things. And at that point they said it makes no sense to go in an environment like that. And at one point, remember that they said that players could leave and at cut rate, players could have gone a different club, and a lot of players end up leave out of the Russian league, and Boza remain. We were wondering if that he planned. We were actually wondering that if he had the idea or the option to leave as well. But apparently, there were a few clubs who came in for him in the January transfer window, and that particular time, you could have seen Everton, I'm thinking of Southampton, Galatasaray. There was quite a few clubs, and the interest was brewing, and it seems as if something was happening. Now, before that transfer rumor and all those transfer issues, he was actually seeing a fairly decent amount of game time. Now, after that, it seems as if something had happened, and his game minutes would have been limited. Now, many persons would have said that is it Blades? And Quincy Promise would have been hard persons to move out of the lineup. But what I can say is that remember that Shamar Nicholson was also a consistent starter. It's the case that after the transfer rumors, or during the time period of the transfer rumors, because it seems likely that something would have happened, maybe they would have put Shamar Nicholson on the back foot in that opportunity. Many persons would have said that maybe the performance is the reason why he didn't get onto the pitch. But we can clearly remember that when he went there, he was performing well. And he was a consistent starter. And all of a sudden, he's not. So, 1 plus 1 equal 2 would be that maybe something would have happened during that time period. Would have seen Shamar Nicholson maybe already on his way out from January, and that is one of the reasons why they limit his game time now would have been limited, because they are now moving ahead with players who they believe has a future or is staying with the club. That could be one of the case. As I said, 1 + 1 = 2. So that's the reason. Now, Genk is now a big shout where people are saying, even down on the Genk side, people are saying that this move looks very much likely to happen. Now, the question now is, for those who don't know, Quincy Promes was charged based off some drug allegation, valued something that he was importing that valued some 65 million, and he's now been charged. So, and that if he's convicted, they would be without Quincy Promes. Now, will they bring in a different striker, or will they say, okay, Shamar, Quincy Promes is not here, you are going to be the main man, and hold on to Shamar Nicholson. So, there's so much working, or I should say moving parts in this. And that's the reason why it's easy to pinpoint it. He might move, he might go. But there are two factors, as I stated, that game time could be a factor. What are the conditions why he's not getting the game time? What are the situation? How he's being treated? And all these things. That could be the factor. And that could be the personal aspect in which incline would make him want to make a move. But would be going back to Belgium the best choice when there are other clubs actually right across Europe who are looking for a number 9 of his stature, his ilk. I think Shamar is very young. He's a goal scorer. He has a physical prowess. He has basically everything for such a big person, tall, physical person. He's quite light-footed. He's quick across the pitch. So it fits a lot of clubs' profile of the type of player that they want to bring in. So is Genk really the right option at the end of the day if he should make that move? That's one of the questions I would ask. Go in the comment section and tell us what you think about that. Also, tell us do you believe that he will actually move now, since that Quincy Promes would have, if in the event Quincy Promes is out of the picture, do you really believe that it would be wise of him to move where can solidify himself in the league? Or because of the type or the nature of the league, is it the best option to stay in the league and maybe going back to the Belgian Pro League is a sense of just going back to comfort or safety? Safety in the sense of, I already know this league, I already understand this league. Is it that case? So there's so much to put, and as I said, moving parts in this aspect, so much to put towards this. And it's easy, very, very easy to say that he will be moving this season. That's basically one of the easiest conclusion to draw, that Shamar Nicholson will be moving. But Genk is a possible option that has been reported right now across multiple media outlets. So, guys, tell us what you think. Do you think this will happen? And go in the comment section and tell us where you think would be the best option for him if he should actually make the move. Is returning to the Belgian Pro League the best option? Is remaining in Russia, the Russian Premier League, the best option for him? Tell us what you think in the comment section, people. Like, share, and subscribe. This has been a good one. Until next time, people. We're out. Boom. Music.